to Along the Rock, brought to you by the Radar Free Press. I am your host, Kaitlyn Blum. Today with us, I have Jake and Diamond. How are you two?
Good, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Great. So we're here to talk about CER LARP, which is live action role playing. Can you explain to our audience what that is?
Sure. Live action roleplay stands, live action roleplay. It's basically the concept of tabletop gaming, except instead of sitting at the table and rolling dice, you're out there acting it out. You're in a costume. It's kind of like a fusion between tabletop games, Skyrim, and theater, really.
Exciting. So I think it sounds really fun. So are you out there with props, costumes from what I can see?
Sure, yeah. I mean, it really depends on kind of like what you're doing. Most people, when they come, they'll take on persona or a character. We have rules on how you kind of level up and then get stronger as you play. That gives you better options along the game path, different ways to interact with the game world. But as long as you're out there having fun, that's the main gist of it. That's why we do it. But, we do have people that come and they want to be monsters or they want to be NPCs. That's non-player characters, where they just fill in roles that we dictate to them to help tell the story as it goes along. So really, I mean, imagination can go a really long way in something like this. So, you can dress like a pirate. You can dress like a dwarf. You can really do whatever you want. We have vampires, we have knights, we have dragons, we have all kinds of cool stuff. And yeah, props go a long way. And I'm very lucky to have a fancy costume that was actually made by Diamond here. So, for us, dressing up is half the fun.
So you get to dress up. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, and it sounds like combat's optional.
Absolutely.
Which I think is pretty cool too. My question is, I like to play an orc in D&D. Can I be an orc?
Absolutely. We try to encourage people to do what they want to do. For me, live action roleplay is kind of like a form of escapism, right? And you should be able to do whatever you want to do, regardless of your physicality, right? We try to tell people that, like, hey, if you want to be a scout, maybe don't, and you hate running, maybe play a scout that doesn't run as much. But that's an example. If you want to be a big burly orc, there's no reason to keep you from doing that.
Well, I can tell you right now, I'm already interested. If I was interested in just attending my first session, checking it out, I feel like it's something you have to experience. There's nothing you can describe it to me, but I'm just like, until you experience it, I feel like I don't know what I'm getting myself into. So how would I go about attending my first session?
Well, I always try to tell people from like a mental perspective. It's kind of like your loving but a little eccentric father that throws you in the deep end of the pool. There is a little bit of that experience, but as long as you can come and immerse yourself, most people will find that they enjoy it quite a bit. All you have to do is come to an event, just pick one, show up. And we have a bunch of loaner equipment. We have a bunch of people who are very passionate about our game, so they'll take you off to the side and they'll be like, look, this is exactly what you need to know for this example right here. And then the main thing is to get you playing, right? To get you out there, to get you enjoying yourself. And then that's when you kind of decide, hey, am I going to come back? Am I going to create a character? Because we want people to come and worry the first hand about having fun, because all it is a shared story. And that's what we're doing out there, sharing a story together.
I like that, sharing a story together.
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound as intimidating. Like I don't have to haul a bunch of equipment my first day.
No.
You'll help me with that. Just
absolutely
come as I am and do some role playing.
Yeah.
Yep. And we have tons of props, right? Like I'm currently dressed like a pirate. I like to dress like a Viking. Sometimes I dress like a wizard. We have all that kind of stuff. And we have a fully integrated magic system, which means that you don't have to be a big burly brute either. You can be somebody on the side, chanting spells or healing, something like that. You can take as an aggressive role in the playing as you want, or a more subdued version if that's kind of your style. We kind of try to have a little bit of something for everybody.
All right, and you do have a big event coming up, right? Fallen Fantasy Fest?
Yeah, so the Fallen Fantasy Fest is, it's first and foremost, it is put on by our LARP group, but it is not a LARP event. That's an important distinction. It's actually more of like a Renaissance festival. We're calling it kind of like a Renaissance festival with a twist, because the idea is that we want to take like traditional ideas of like learning and conservation and skin it with fun. So people can come and they can do bounce houses and things like that. But then they can also learn about birds of prey, and they can pet goats, and they can learn about conservation efforts in our local area, because for us, being a LARP group, we like to be out in nature, and that's something that's really important for us. living history, learning how people used to blacksmith, things like that. It's all part of our heritage. It's all part of, the tapestry that makes us a complex people that we are now, and I think that's really important. And if you can wrap that up with a bow with a little bit of mystique and fantasy flair, I think it gets people out there. And most importantly, it is a family-friendly event that is free.
Okay, free and bring the whole family.
Yes, absolutely.
Got it. So when and where is this event?
So this year it will be out at the Granny Rose Animal Shelter in Dixon, right off of Route 26. And it is a 2-day festival from 10 to 6 p.m. And it is September 20th and 21st. So it's Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I got a question for both of you.
Sure.
So what is like the funniest / weirdest thing you've seen someone bring as a prop to one of these?
I haven't been around very long, so I haven't seen a ton, but we have our King Callum who brings everything. If you need something, Callum has it. You need a goblin tablet, Callum has it. You need magic crystals, Callum has it. Not magic things too. You need a dagger, Callum has it. Like just everything.
Moving truck full of
Moving
items.
truck full, whole table, and it builds the aesthetic for everyone around because you feel like you're in an encampment when people set up their tables of their personal effects that their character would have. So that's really neat to see. But yeah, he has everything.
People really go all out. We had a Virginia chapter for a long time, and they brought an entire taxidermy deer. And it wasn't for any game purpose. They just wanted to put a lead on it and have it outside their tent. And they would go by and people would pet it. And it was just ambiance to bring, a certain vibe to the party. So,
we keep talking about when you come to your first event. Before that, is there any way I can reach out just so I can be like, hey, am I prepared? Am I doing this right?
Sure. So we have 3 really useful resources for people. You can go directly to CERLARP.com, so CERLARP.com. That will get you the portal to either our Facebook or our Discord. But right there on the website, it kind of breaks everything down in bite-sized pieces, like what to expect at your first event, how to kind of come, how to prepare yourself both physically and mentally. She mentioned that we play in July. We play out throughout the summer, so make sure that you're coming comfortably and that you are hydrating well enough because it is a physical game. Unfortunately, we have had people pass out on us from not drinking enough water. But Discord and Facebook, we have a player group on Facebook that's very, very active, and then our Discord's just full of stuff too, mostly memes, but yeah.
Exciting. That means you can just dip your toes in before you come to that first event.
Sure.
That makes sense. Well, I want to say thank you for being here today, telling us a little bit about CER LARP and what it means to live action roleplay. I want to say thank you to our crew and to our viewers, and if you want to see more videos like this, visit theradar.online.